Hi guys, it's Deborah. Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to come out with a video on proper hair care. So I've read a lot of articles recently from celebrity stylists, chemists, manufacturers that we're probably not using the products the best we can, so we're not getting the optimal results that we should have. So one of the first things they say we need to do is brush our hair prior to getting it wet. That does two things. One, it helps break up some of the product that's on our hair, but also eliminates the tangles before we get it wet, because it's much harder to get rid of tangles once they're wet. Next thing they say we should do is massage our scalp a little bit, and that helps break up any of the product that we put on our hair, which, you know, if you think about it, with the root lifters and mousse and hairspray, that's where the vast majority of the product is, so break it up. Now, you're going to get in the shower, you're going to wash your hair. I was kind of surprised at this. They said, we're not using enough water to wet our hair prior to the shampoo. I'm thinking, how hard can it be to shampoo your hair? You wet, you shampoo, and you rinse. And if your hair is really dirty, like you've been on Survivor for a couple of weeks, then you repeat. But in today's world, I guess we're not using enough water. So wet your hair thoroughly. And next, when you're applying your shampoo, put it in your palm, rub your hands together, and then massage it into your scalp. There is no need to put it on the ends of your hair, because as you're rinsing it out, it's going to be coming through and cleansing the hair. You really are just trying to get the product away from the roots so that you can get a little more oomph in your hair. So you got to rinse, rinse, rinse to get the shampoo out. Whether you're using a shampoo or cleansing conditioner, use something that's going to be gentle on your hair. And if you have highlighted or colored hair, use something that's sulfate free, because sulfates will fade your color, and you're probably paying enough money for that color that you don't need to have it fade at any time sooner, because that'll happen on its own. And too hot of water, just in case you don't know, can help fade your hair too. So you've wet your hair, you've shampooed, now you're rinsing it all out. Conditioner. Put your conditioner on from your earlobes down to the ends of your hair, because that's where it's really needing conditioning. You don't need to condition your scalp, because that will also flatten your hair out, so you're not getting that oomph like we want at the roots. So condition. Leave it on. If it says leave it on for a minute or two, do that. Then rinse, 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 rinse. You want to get all of the residue out of your hair before, you get out of the shower. So really rinse your hair out. Now, before you put your hair up in a towel, squeeze as much water out as you can. You never want to take your towel and kind of rub your hair, because that roughs up the surface of the hair, and that can cause damage and split ends and dullness and frizziness, and that's all the things that we don't want. So get your hair, squeeze out as much water as you can. If you have to put it up in a towel, that's fine. You just want to leave it up in the towel long enough that your hair is not dripping anymore. The water's just not dripping out of your hair. Now, this is, to me, the no-brainer part. They always use like a wide tooth comb, and this is what I use. Yeah, I know, it looks kind of scary. You can't take it through airports, I'll tell you, because they say it's like a weapon. But wide tooth comb to comb out your hair. Never use a brush, because your hair is too fragile and it will break off. So get the tangles out. Make sure that you're putting in any of your leave-in protectants. If it's for the ends or your thermal protectant, put it on and work it through your hair. And since we use so many mousses and root lifts, make sure that you are really applying it to that area and work it in. Now, this is the one thing that kind of shocked me, because I guess I never really thought about it until I read. They said wait 8 to 10 minutes after you put your products in your hair before you start drying it. That gives the time for the products to activate and really start doing what they're supposed to do. So that makes sense. Now you're going to dry your hair. The longer you can let your hair air dry, the better off you're going to be, because the heat of the hair dryer and the flat irons, that's what damages our hair. So try to let your hair dry as much as possible. And when you do that, that also cuts down on the frizziness, and nobody likes frizzies. So if you're going to be using your hair dryer, which I have to every day, You know, keep your hair dryer moving, keep the hair moving, because you don't want it to linger in one spot too long, because that's what's going to damage your hair. So I hope that helps. I mean, some really simple things to get better results. I mean, who knew? I had no idea that we're not using enough water before our shampoo, we're not using enough water after our shampoo, and that to leave the products in for 8 to 10 minutes to get them, allow them to activate so you can get better results. So I guess that's why they wrote the articles, and I guess that's why I read them, so I could pass along the information to you. So until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and see you soon. Bye.